Tana share. Don't be deceived with the numbers apart your 20 people watching. This page, it reaches 6 million people every month. You know, page Mulemona. So don't be deceived with these numbers. Mulemona, yo, takudia vale tamba. This page reaches 6 million people in a month. No, but tema voters bonsiavo. It reaches almost 90% of the voters. So don't be deceived. Nanambe ile showing up at yo. I want to Don't be deceived with these numbers. Don't be deceived with the numbers. This page will reach over 6 million people in Zambia or a monthly. So which means all the voters, they hear your point. They hear our discussions here. So don't be discouraged. That's why I keep going. I keep going because the numbers are high. We reach millions of people every month. So this metric here, is just the people who are live. Some of them in PIP mode, it doesn't count there. Some people, they watch when we are offline, it doesn't count. But what counts is that we are reaching almost 6 million people in Zambia who are the voters. We are reaching almost 90% of the voters. So it is important, guys, that you share. And I thank all of you who come in and share your views and make your comments, because they are not in vain. They are reaching far and wide, near, far and wide. They are reaching they are reaching everyone literally around the globe. So don't be discouraged by, you know, I am a numbers yale Monica Payali low. Don't be discouraged, because this page we reach 6 million in a month, round about there, 6 to 5 million in a month. So that's a lot of people, guys. That's why I keep coming, because I know that our efforts here are not in vain. Whatever we discuss here is reaching many people. So tag the members of parliament, guys. The members of parliament need to be tagged, because not too far we have heard very disturbing developments concerning the members of parliament, especially the ones in opposition, are really disturbing me, because they have the mandate. They have been given the power by the voters to go there and represent them, but they have taken that power and put it in their hands, and they want to give away the power from the vote to a power to Bill 7. So I'll say this again. So in other words, if these MPs don't stand up and reject Bill 7, it will mean that they are going to allow the powers to be taken from the voters to actually the president or UPND as a political party. They are going to take away power from the voters to centralize power into a ruling party or into the president of that ruling party, who in this case happens to be President Hakainde Hichilema. And this will have long-time devastating effects. It might seem like a joke right now. It might seem like, you know, politics is just politics. It's a game of politics, you know. If they don't do this, we'll do this. But they are not realizing that if these MPs, all of them, the UPND MPs, all 156 elected MPs, if they don't put a stop to this Bill 7, it can bring devastating effects to the country, literally taking away the power of the people. This Bill 7 will take away the power of the ballot and concentrate the power into the ruling party and a president of that ruling party. This is what Bill 7 will do, and it is confirmed by their slogan 2090. 2090 simply means Wamuyaya. That's what that slogan means. So the slogan which they are using, 2090, is another word to Wamuyaya. And the vessel they are using to create one party rule and the supreme leader is this Bill 7. So now, that's why I've said, Itenyama MPs won't. Let's have a difficult and tough conversation with you MPs. Are you ready to sell out our country to create a one-party state? This is not only a question for those in opposition, including those in the UPND. Are you really sure you want to throw Zambia into a one-party state, into a 2090 situation, or Wamuyaya situation? 2090 simply means Wamuyaya. So, my question is, you MPs, whether you are PF, independent, or UPND, are you ready to throw Zambia into a Wamuyaya state? Are you sure you want that? You want to give so much powers to one party to dominate everything? Now, the law has literally been thrown aside. The constitution has been abandoned. It is a failed state. And if you are doubting, look at what is happening to the Bill 7. The deferred Bill 7 has been brought back to Parliament. In a normal democracy, that Bill 7 was actually declared illegal by the Concord in June. On June 25, the Concord declared that Bill 7 illegal. So now the president, after that, he appointed a technical committee, and they spent all this money, paid all these people, traveled all around the country, collected all these submissions, and it was presented to the president yesterday. For him today now the same government, after collecting all these submissions, the same government now has taken the deferred bill is the one they have brought to the Parliament. What has happened to the bill that they spent all this money and put a technical committee? That one has been shelved, and they went and took the deferred bill, and that is the one they have brought in court. First of all, that bill has been declared illegal. Iliabalettere court is an illegal bill. It should not even be brought to any court. Now, what are the implications of the Speaker accepting an illegal bill? Now, the Speaker must understand that if she accepts an illegal bill, that is tantamount to committing treason. Because the Concord is the highest court of the land, declared that Bill 7 illegal, and what the president did, I don't know, the president or whomever, they deferred this bill just before the court ruling, and it has been shelved from June. Then now, they have brought it back in Parliament, and the Speaker accepts it. So the fact that the Speaker is accepting an illegal bill, that is a criminal. That's a criminality. If they start voting and debating, I've seen now again, they have a subcommittee to look at that deferred bill. So those people in that subcommittee, the names are here. I have the names of the people in that deferred in the subcommittee looking at the deferred bill, those people, they will be committing a crime. You know, there is a subcommittee to look at this bill, which was deferred and now it has been brought back. So even that committee, they cannot start reviewing a bill which has been declared illegal. This is lawlessness. What they are doing is lawlessness. Mwebena Zambia. So now what kind of a government is the president running where he is going above the law? This behavior is like the president is above the law. Mamona, Constitutional Court is the highest court of the land. They declared the Bill 7, the original Bill 7, to be illegal. And it was shelved. Now today, because they have no time, this bill which was done by the technical committee, it has got many stages to go through. Correct me if I'm wrong. But as a layman understanding, the bill which was handed over to the president, it has got many processes and procedures before it can even be tabled in parliament. So it was presented to the president. Is it yesterday or Monday? So after the president looked at this whole situation, then they saw that they have no time. Mamona, they have no time because parliament is supposed to close this Friday until next year. And this Bill 7, the original Bill 7, has run out of time. It is expiring. A bill has a lifetime of 6 months. So that original bill had already passed certain stages before it was declared illegal. So that's why after comparing to say this the new bill which was just presented by the technical committee, it has to go through set steps A, B, C, D before it can even go to parliament. It can be published in the Gazette, whatever the procedures, but that is not a day they can do in 3 days. That is not a procedure. They can't complete the process of that technical committee in 3 days because parliament, even if they extend parliament, they can only extend the parliament for a few days. Mwamona? So nomba bashikamo ilikuwa chisa kajinga niba nani yabo aba chisa mukulondorola niba mwetwa a government spokesperson by Minister of Information where he explained that they have shelved that the new bill and they have gone to the illegal bill. So now the bill is already illegal. That's number one. So the president, is he telling us he's above the law for him to go and give instructions for that bill which is illegal to be presented in parliament? So in Zambia number, we are being ruled by a king. So the president, we should actually change his name. Twirawe touch by president, tulewe touch by king. Because when a king speaks, no one can question him. This is what is happening. If a king says, I want this to happen, there is no law which is above the king. So if you say by king, if you balanda, fifire fiachtika. So apatule landa, tufilo kwe bati, ba HH ni ba king. Na balanda tika isende ni biwidia. Muipishe. Disregarding the law. Mwamona. So now, Zambia, for Zambia, constitution badi posa. Because court na iland that she saw, but president na baba piti he has more power. So the president is actually above the law. This is what it means. The president is above the law. Because if the court has said this law is illegal, then how come the president can go and bring that law which is illegal and bring it in parliament? It's just telling us, if you are doubting Okwebati, the president is above the law. Because if the president respected the law, he would not give instructions for that bill to be tabled in parliament when it is illegal. It means they are all committing illegality. That technical committee, paliambweni ya mashina ya bantu, badori, niwa nani badia, Sibongile Mwamba, now you Simon Banda, you know, all those MPs who are actually on the list. There's only one MP who is not on the list of the 13 whom I saw on that subcommittee for Bill 7. Most of those opposition MPs, abali their subcommittee, opo wadina police pali apama 13 MPs bali abali 3 million. Mwamona. So we are dealing with a very delicate situation where the president is not respecting the law. Tulela ndafiyama issues yapa. Shile tukana po muntu, shile kwa kumfati nde tukana muntu. Ethel naba mukaka, and it has gone viral, you know. Ethel's arrest has gone globally viral. The whole world is talking about it, the arrest of Ethel over hate speech for 18 months. That is too harsh, mwebantu. Inside Ethiopia batuka nothing na day. A MP was insulting Catholic priests. Is that MP going to be arrested 18 months? Eh? How many UPND cadres insult? Are they arrested 18 months? Not even a day. In fact, what happens if a UPND cadre insults someone, the next thing they will be brushing shoulders with the president. That's what was happening. Look at Frank Chopi. When Frank Chopi ambiro kutukana, mulenya mulela pira mule fimba mule poka, what did we see? We complained kwetu mwewe na Zambia kulanda kwa shani. We complained about Frank Chopi. Fimba upoke ulia. We complained mwewa ntuba kwa lesa. Uyukuti ale tukana. You know what? The next thing that happened, whenever Frank Chopi ku State House brushing shoulders na ba president. At least Frank Chopi was in tale tukanina ku State House. No mbaba liaba member of parliament bali aba le tukana mu State House mnamwine bale tukana. Elo ya chief international advisor wakwe uwa ba UPND at your new opinion yakwe. Instead, you can't, if you speak an insult, you cannot validate to say, urusele new opinion yandi. No. Hate speech is hate speech. You cannot validate your hate speech by saying it's an opinion. You cannot have an insult as an opinion for someone, as a person of view. How can you, international advisor, be saying, uliowale landa ku State House ni person of view yakwe? You know what? There is no such thing as validating an insult. You can't have a person of view which is demeaning or hate speech of another person. It is still hate speech. And the most unfortunate thing is the hate speech was being conducted on our State House. Our State House as Zambian, State House yaba HHE. Bari sanga. Na baba ikulile basungu before independence eba kulile chidi echikuru wachadi chindikwa. You can't have hooligans go and disrespect Catholic men in our State House, and then someone kuchalo kumwako ko aliuko at ni person of view. It is an insult. You cannot validate an insult as a person of view. An insult is an insult, and the president was supposed to condemn that insult right there and then. If not the president, there are officers there who follow, they are protocol officers who are supposed to take the mic from that person and apologize and fix it. And I've been saying on my page, ine pano panganda pano nganda tukana ninkwataveni baisa mkutukana ma priests ngashiwa kalipire ni nebo ne watu ne utumine bali abeni kutukana ma priests. Yes, we need to call a spade a spade. We can't have people disrespecting priests and then you validate insult to say it's their opinion. There is nothing good. If it's an insult, it's an insult. That's why people go to jail. You can't say it is their personal opinion, so the president is not responsible, the government is responsible. The person was insulting on government property on State House. However, Sasha turned. So, area Shirio, you know, tag a minister, tag a MP. You MPs, you have to do the right thing, Mwema MPs. You have to do the right thing and vote this Bill 7 out. As much as we are asking you to vote it out, we have heard to say some of these MPs, they are saying that in order for them to reject Bill 7, they must endorse their candidate. Mwamona? So these MPs, they are blackmailing Zambians to say, Pakuchive Navachite reject Bill 7 to fure to achita endorse presidential candidate wabo. Number, Imamwema MPs, you are losing it. You are losing track. If you are, I know a lot of people have called some of these MPs, and these MPs, they are saying that they must, in order for them to reject Bill 7, we must endorse their presidential candidate. I have a message for you. If you are such an MP who's holding Zambians at ransom to say you shall not do your civic duty for which you were elected to go to parliament, you will not do the right thing because you are blackmailing citizens to support your candidate, I have a message for you. And my message is, me personally, I'm not going to fall into your trap. I'm not going to be blackmailed by you. Because you MP, you held the Bible and swore to protect the Constitution of Zambia. So how dare some of you MPs are now trying to blackmail citizens to support your candidate for you to reject a Bill 7. All I can say is me, I will not be blackmailed. All I can say is do whatever you want. And may God help Zambia. Opo mfikile fye inefyo ningamieva. Mwema MPs, mwema leva abantu, ukweba ati, yes, vote for, you support my candidate so we can reject Bill 7. Ngamule chifuachi Bill 7 chisaineni. But I'm speaking to those with a conscience. I hope God can speak to the hearts of a few men and women who are well-meaning Zambians, MPs, whether they are opposition or non-opposition. God will speak to some of the MPs to do the right thing. But some of you who are power-hungry, looking for money, promise jobs, vote as your heart tells you to. Vote as the Spirit leads you. I will not be blackmailed. And if you want to sell Zambia by the for utufumo twenu, so be it. Yes. And I wish you good luck. And I hope you feel good about betraying Zambia. Emashiwimba kwatiri ama MPs. Ababa lechta blackmail people to support their candidate so they can reject Bill 7. I hope you tag all these MPs and they can hear my voice tell them that no person is going to hold Zambians ransom, hostage, blackmail Zambian to support a candidate because they want a job. That candidate has promised them something in return. So on top of getting the 3 million, they also have got to promise jobs, and now they are holding citizens hostage to support their candidate in order for them to reject Bill 7. What a shame. Mama Sasha, the floor is yours. Welcome, Angel G.
Thank you, Mpumi. Yeah, now I'm in Zambia. You can't even know what to say. First of all, have a president who has just been abrogating the constitution from the time he came. You're in a bill. People have said it's illegal. But he keeps on doing that. So now people are not thinking, MPs who got away number 3 million. What are they thinking? We already have a constitution and someone is just going against that. So what sort of a person is that? And they can't think for the nation. How is it going to be? Because right now we have a constitution and he doesn't follow it. So now what will happen when everything goes to him and they want to trust such a person? They want to betray the people who put them in power. People chose you to go and represent them there. Then and you choose to say, no, better I do it for myself instead of the people. So conscious think about the people who woke up on that day early in the morning to go and cast their vote for you to represent them. Then 4 years down the line, because mwamone fintu file chitika, mwafayo mulefo kuchita betray abantu, pali 3 million. Do you people have children or not? And you're in the 3 million, is it going to guarantee your children's futures and their children? Are you thinking about that? Or you're just thinking about now? And if indeed you care about the nation, do the right thing. First of all, you even know that you're in a bill related. It's all wrong. So why are you agreeing to do the wrong thing at the expense of many Zambians? Can you people just sit down and think about what you're about to do? What will it profit you to tell the nation? Abantu abafunde pakusenda freedom, yes, but if they did everything so that we can enjoy this freedom. And in today, 61 years later, you want to decide to betray those people and you think things are going to be okay. I think we are even tired of talking about this, but we won't stop. We need you to do the right thing. You need to do the right thing and vote against that Bill 7. Because if you don't, we are going to hold you responsible for whatever is going to happen to this nation. Because you have seen clearly that it's not going in a good way. But you have decided not to care about that. That money is even nothing. It's not even going to take you anywhere. And if you look at what you have done, you will say nothing. But you want to betray people over just a few pieces of silver. The whole nation. I'm just appealing to you, MPs. Sit down and think about it. Is what you are about to do worth it for whatever you got? Or do you care about the nation and you want to see what people want? Because deep down, it's only very few people. A president who will just do what they have to do, but they even know that it's wrong. Because it's wrong. Why is it right now? Those same things they've brought up, Bill 10, they shot it down. 4 years later, it has become good all of a sudden. MPs, please, we are asking you to just do the right thing. You went there to represent people and not to represent yourselves. So we expect you to come up with a vote for the people and not for you as an individual MP. Thank you, Queen Pumi. That's all for now.
Thank you, Basasha. Welcome, Mama Angel G. If you're ready, you can go ahead.
Yes, Madam President, I'm ready. For me, I come in peace. Like you said, we are here to hold the MPs accountable and not to hear people say, no, we were insulting them. To hold MPs accountable does not make us insult, but we want them to do the right thing. First thing first, I want to start by saying this. If you recall, Madam President, on this platform, we warned the people of Zambia of the intentions that that Parliament, there were rumors that Parliament was going to extend the days of sitting. Okay, we are here today. I'm told there is such kind of plans to extend the days. I don't know. Instead of closing, I think on the 5th of December or 7th, somewhere there, they're going all the way up to 12th or 17th. I'm not sure which date that is. These are some of the things that when we come on this platform, we warn the Zambians, because some people pay no attention to details, but we pay attention to details, and therefore we are also 10 steps ahead of UPND government with their way they want to manipulate issues in our country. And therefore, when we get some intel and come here and tell the people, our people, be mindful of this, it surely comes to pass. We are here, we've been here talking about Bill 7. We told the people of what Mingalatos and everything are being done about this Bill 7. People thought maybe we just come here, oh, they're there, they're empty things, they come to make noise, don't mind them. But no, it's not about us coming here and speaking to the issues that are affecting our country. All we advocate for is good governance, because that's what we want, good governance. And good governance that is based on the rule of law, good governance that is based on upholding our constitution, on which our president, HH, saw in to say, I will uphold the rule of law, and I'll protect the constitution, and I'm going to protect democracy. This is where we are today. We are at a point where we feel the country is going under democracy siege. Our democracy is under siege, as we can see. For me, secondly, we are at a point when Bill 7 was withdrawn or deferred. Okay? It was deferred based on the reasons that President HH had. We all know what happened, what led to the deferment. What led to that deferment was a day before he made that deferment. He was told to say the judgment in the Constitution is not favoring you. The people in Parliament will not vote for that. So he got hold of that news. What does he do? He asks the Clayson Massacre to write a statement to say the president has heard people's fear and he has deferred the Constitution. It came out a day later. We were told Constitution had made a judgment where we were informed that this Constitution process amendment was what? Illegal and was unconstitutional. Two things came out from that judgment. We've forgotten about that. I think after he got more intel to say he's not going to make it in the 2026 elections, we have that leaked document which shows that only if he passes Bill 7 that you have the power to hold on to the 2026 elections. Because when this Bill 7 goes through, there will be manipulations that will be done, which all of you tend to play a blind ear or a blind deaf, of which I'm disappointed. Now, when it comes to the MPs, who should be able to understand? The question is, when I ask you as an MP, if you've really read the Constitution amendment clauses, or you have not even read or not understood, that does not mean I'm insulting you. I'm taking you to be responsible and take accountable for under which we voted you to go and sit in there and speak for us. So by reminding you, don't come here and tell us that we are insulting you. We are holding you accountable. You members of Parliament, today, you should have been on the floor. I've read the submission by Kampiongo, very good. I'm yet to read the submission by other people where he has questioned, where are we as a country in this whole process? Because for me as an MP who sits there, don't be thinking, no, I'm a UPND member of Parliament, I cannot caution any wrongdoings in my party, then you are not fit to be a member of parliament because you have no integrity to sit in parliament. If you can agree to each and every nonsense that comes in parliament and say yes, then you are not fit to be a member of parliament, and you should actually resign on moral grounds, because we took you there to go and speak for the Zambians on things that are affecting the Zambians. Right now, most Zambians don't even, in the first place, don't understand this Bill 7, and they are not able to comprehend what are the issues in Bill 7. I've seen a lot of people who are supporting Bill 7, and the reason is that they are putting across. They compare Bill 7 and Bill 10 and tell us to say Bill 10 was very confusing. Bill 7 is progressive. There is no difference in Bill 10 and Bill 7. It's the same thing. The only thing is, if you change the wording, but meaning the same thing, that does not make Bill 7 progressive. It is one and the same thing. And just like the Cyber Act, which was done, we told the people to say the Cyber Act has come with more punishable offenses. People didn't understand that. Now we see people being taken to jail for 18 months and whatever on simple charges and all that. Now, what we need to ask ourselves is the report of the technical committee. We are told by the minister of what? Who's this? Minister of information. Who's this guy? The pumpkin head. What do you call it? That pumpkin head came from their only chief advisor, technical or whatever, from Nigeria. Who called him the pumpkin head? It's not me. I'm just repeating that. So he said that the report from the technical committee has been shelved. Meaning what? Meaning they've disregarded whatever the technical committee was doing, the exercise they were undertaking.
After wasting all the money.
Mm-hmm. You waste the money, you waste whatever. And then on top of that, you come and tell the nation to say, we have taken back Bill 7 to Parliament in its original form. Meaning what was deferred. And what was deferred was before the courts of law, and they said it was illegal and unconstitutional. And then you bring it back. So you are members of parliament. Why can't you say, why are you bringing this in its original form? What has changed? What new things have you put in that in that Bill 7 that you are bringing? If you say we are bringing it in its original form, it means it remains the way it is. Nothing has changed.
They should reject it, Mama. They should not even, they should say this bill was declared illegal by the Constitutional Court. So they should reject it. You say we can't work with an illegal document. We are what? Creating a, what is the word? We are breaking the law, yes. If they accept the Bill 7 in its deferred form, they are breaking the law because the Constitutional Court declared this original Bill 7 illegal. So when no illegal law into their parliament, it means they are lawbreakers. I just wanted to come in here.
They are lawbreakers, and then whatever the speaker, who is Lady Moti, Madam Lady Moti, the person who's giving you directives has immunity. You have no immunity. There will come a time.
I don't think
answerable.
Yes, correct. But Nelly Moti has no immunity, yes.
She has no immunity, and there will come a time when you'll be answerable. And this is for treason cases, because we are going to hold you accountable for bringing things back to parliament, and you want to be backing that kind of thing with all sorts of unnecessary law jargon here and there. No, we are also going to make you hold you accountable for accepting such kind of illegal issues to be discussed on the house, on the floor of the house. And the other thing, madam, I want to talk about, you already spoke to this, but I'll put it on record as well to say, if these MPs people are talking to, especially those from PF, I'm going to be very categorical. I will not hide. Those from PF, I have been reliably informed to say there's a clique of MPs who endorsed a candidate, and this candidate is a leader of opposition in parliament. And him being the opposition leader in parliament, there reaches a time he should be showing leadership. If you can't show leadership in such kind of a situation, then how do I give you power to come and take over from the power that I'm fighting, and be assured that you are going to show people of Zambia integrity? Where is your integrity in this whole process? Tell us, where is your integrity in this whole process? They endorse you quite all right. And now when you talk to them, they say, you are supporting young people. Support the person we endorsed. And when you support the person we have endorsed as MPs, then we'll vote against Bill 7. Hell no, I'm not going to do that. Already, you are showing some kind of treacherous behavior, which if I give you power, you'll be even more than HH. So why should I trust you? I cannot trust you. Also, why should I give you that if I don't know you are not working with HH? By so doing, it just tells us that you are working with HH. And that's what we are fighting for. So you come and blackmail Zambians to say, do this for us. No, I'm not going to do that. Go ahead and vote for Bill 7 and goes through. When it goes through, you come now to a point when you understand the clauses that are in the proposed amendment, whereby HH will use you and dump you. He's going to use you when you put him there. Remember, whenever you don't agree with him, you just tell your endorsed MP to say fire him and bring this other person. And this is what we'll be doing. They'll be just firing you and bringing another person. And in that process, we don't know how many bills will pass just to support it. His 2019 rule of power that he's been advocating for. These are the things we are singing to you, which you MPs are not able to understand. And this is why we are telling you, can you do the right thing? Even you UPND, right now, I have not seen any UPND member who talk apart from that Wimbo who's this pumpkin head.
Cornelius.
People, okay,
Only praise singers.
You just say, remove this one, bring this one. This is the time that you understand who HH is. He was going to use you and discard you. And you bring his own loyal people. All those who are standing with him right now, he will just discard you. But he would have used you to make this Bill 7 go through. So it is at this time that even you UPND people should take charge and to make sure that this Bill 7 does not go through. Either independent, UPF and UPND work together. This man, for you to even trust him, today, I keep on saying, I will remind you, all of you, when this thing will start happening to you, when you will be discarding you, and I'll tell you, didn't I tell you? I told you because you didn't see it coming. Allah is going to use you properly and he will discard you. By now, you should know. You should know. How many of the people who are right now, who are on the street, who worked with him, but he has disregarded them? A good example is Bredna Changala. He was on the KBN TV today. He said we used to be together with HH fighting the evil of Bill 10. But where is he today? He's been, because he's talking against Bill 7, he's treated as the worst enemy of HH. Beauty Katebe, we see even a picture of Beauty Katebe and Church where today Beauty Katebe is speaking against Bill 7. We even heard her presentation in State House. Where is she today? Because she's speaking against Bill 7, she hates HH. This is the type of a person that you should be able to understand, to say, this person is very good at using you when it fits him at that particular time. And he will dump you very well at the particular time. The Catholic Church, we can have a person in the name of a bishop in State House insulting the bishops in Catholics. But the Catholics, those Catholic bishops were with HH during his time, supporting him, even going against Bill 10. But today, because they're speaking against Bill 7, they hate HH. So maybe you have memories that you can't put together and you've forgotten. These are the events that you should pay attention to. Therefore, that's why today, you MPs know what you are doing in Parliament. You are there to protect the Constitution, not to protect an individual. You are there to protect the Zambians, not an individual. You are there to ensure that there's good governance, not to make one person have umuyayaya. No. You PND MPs, PF MPs, independent MPs, this thing that we're talking today. I know some of you say it's okay. After all, I've gotten like a 1.5 million. I'll get like another 1.5. End of the day, the bill will go through.
5 million, Mama. They have got 3 million.
You just tell you that I've already given the 1.5. Why do you want the 1?
Baba paid us 3 million, Mama. They have been given 3 million, and the 2 million is coming.
Madam President, you are on mute, I think.
No, I'm not on mute. You can't hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yes. I'm not on mute. So I'm saying Baba Pelama 3 million and then 2 million after. But just hold your thought right there. I just want to play the audio by Bamwetwa. The live, it's short. I'll just play a little bit so we hear what Bamwetwa said.
Like important issues to the citizens. Let me give a brief background to where we are today and what has led us to this particular point in terms of Bill 7 and of a possible amendment of the Republican Constitution. The nation will recall that on the 23rd of November, 2023, the then Member of Parliament for Petaoke Central Constituency, Emmanuel J. Banda, at the behest or having been instructed by parliamentarians, both from the ruling and opposition parties, him being a member of Parliament, in Parliament as an independent, was tasked to write to the Honorable Madam Speaker that the members of Parliament were desirous to cause constitutional amendments on matters contained in the Constitution that were hindering smooth administration of government programs at various levels of governmental administration, and therefore that those identified issues categorized as non-controversial issues needed to be brought before the floor of the House for possible amendment without expending taxpayers' money, going around doing public gatherings and consultations on issues which were dictated upon by logic, given that the members of Parliament already wield a platform of representation to make laws and amend laws in accordance with the Constitution of the Republic of Zambia. A few days after Mr. Emmanuel J. Banda wrote or put in right to the Speaker a correspondence or letter that I have shared with you, dear colleagues, the media, on more than one occasion, and therefore is in public domain. Not less than 40 members of Parliament of the Patriotic Front were suspended from Parliament for them having absconded the presidential address of that particular year in terms of opening of Parliament, in line with the precedent that was set in 2017 when Parliament suspended 42 members of parliament of the UPND for absconding a similar.
Mama na fye badelanda. Imwe Emma politics to alaika ya tit for tat. Eh? To hold the whole press briefing talking about tit for tat. Talking about JJ Banda, what he did in 2023. Then from there, Bambo Kulanda Padi MPs. Let me see if I can find some sense. I want to see if I can find some sense in this video. Wait, but now Mushiba. Vote.
A nomination has already been conducted, and a candidate in those elections, be it at local government level, parliamentary, or getting out of an unquestionable electoral victory, we shall not relent to do the right things for our country. Notwithstanding that these particular critical provisions may, if you had an abusive leadership, be taken to be an advantage, we are here to promote genuine democracy and the growth of the rule of law.
As they are here to promote genuine democracy. You know what? It is 1 hour long and it's just rhetoric. From what I can tell, I played a few minutes. Is rhetoric and they are blowing their horn. They are here to promote democracy. What democracy is there in Bill 7 by Cornelius Netwa, by UPND? I'm a praise singer, do you even see a praise singer muma comments you? Ba Cornelius Mwetabadi amba no kumyanga academy na bena pakulanda. I am watching him as he's talking and he's licking academy bade myanga. Do as I say. Do as I say, a daughter of mine came here yesterday and was talking about how this UPND, they are like programmed to speak certain words to promote rule of law. What rule of law is there in Bill 7 when they are trying to take away the power from the voters to concentrate to the power in a leader? They are concentrating power in the UPND. There will be no by-elections. MP will be replaced. You know, they are adding the delimitation will add 2/3 to them, to UPND. You can go ahead by Angel G. But in short, we are just saying, we are appealing to the members of parliament to say, dear members of parliament, do the right thing. It is wrong for you, a member of parliament, to tell people to say, we are going to reject Bill 7 when you support our presidential candidate. Did you go to parliament to support a presidential candidate, or you MPs went to parliament to speak for the poor Zambians, to uphold the laws? But because of Utufumo Twenu, you are willing to sell this country down the river. But me, my prayer is, I am praying to God that even 1 or 2 people who are going to reject this Bill 7. Elo mwadishi be mpie shesho bale mipera. Ishama do as I say. Ingata uchire deriva mukamonefika mboku chitika. Mukalala mumayanda enu ne mpie choshileta mwakashidi mukasanga fie mpia na shiruva na shimena molu. Ndemye bafi. Ini blood money umulepoka. Because Zambians are dying. Para mulepoka ma 3 million. Abena Zambia barefwa mufipatala. Takuri miti. Bambi takuri ifya kudia. Ku university uko. University ya lilusana meaningi. University of Zambia has been reduced to nothing. It's almost like ibafye mkuna yomabwadi. Nenko kokudia. They have no substance, our university students, because they are all compromised. Everyone in Zambia, they won't do the right thing. The only thing they will do is to praise whoever pays them. It is a shame. But we'll be here we'll be talking. You people don't give up. Even if it means 10 of us will remain on the right side of history, so be it. We are going to leave a legacy of standing for the right thing. Let us not be disappointed, or let us not be disappointed. Let us not stop standing by our word. Let us die for the right thing than dying for for deceiving your country. Do not stand by the wrong thing. Do not follow the majority just because the majority are corrupted. It will not make it right. Even if the majority are all corrupted and we stand alone here, we are 10 of us. We are better off standing 10 of us than being sheep, following the wrong thing. Do not do it, Vena Zambia. And this is why I am calling on all the MPs also not to be sheep. Even if there is one MP who will stand with the people of Zambia, so be it. And we are praying to Ripama Kofi for God to raise one MP who is going to stand against this Bill 7 so that the numbers don't add up. So they are going to be, this bill will drop even because of that one MP who is going to be raised like a David. But you holo oma MP bonsenga mwari MP eshi mwari MP ya muishi vile fiat ni blood money pantu i bill 7 ikapona turepepa. This bill 7 will drop, and we are praying to God to even one MP who is going to stand so that this bill will not see the light of day, to take Zambia into slavery. To the mubusha already. No banga parliament ya sign up onishika bashani. Look at what is happening now. Now if we rubber stamp this bill 7 ndemyeba moneni fide chitika nomba na bill 7 tabalapisha. Moneni fide chitika. Bill 7 tabalapisha moneni fide chitika. Nakachinda bali mukaka for flimsy charges no bail. Bill 7 tayapita. No, but Bill 7 inga yapita chika bashani Vena Zambia mwe bana MP mwe batuliyemo. Once ama MP, I don't care. If you are PFMP, UPND, as long as you are MP, God put you there to speak for the people of Zambia, not for akafumo kove. Ne MP shishine shomulepo kata mwakashirie. Ndemye mafie. It is blood money. You are selling Vena Zambia mubusha. No kulala ndachi.
Madam, the other thing on top of that, let's listen to this. When these MPs, Ababe Nama MP, Fika Pita Fiefi, but HH, me I'm emphasizing on this. But if you can betray me, if you can betray your own
party,
yes,
and the Zambians, the electorate,
and the Zambians, you don't betray me. Exactly.
They actually can arrest them for taking that bribe.
Yes.
Iye ine bribe yo balepoka imwe mwema MPs sarapukeni because ili MP yo mwapoka ni bribe. Inga mwavota bill 7 ine bakesa mikakira po because iyi 3 million bale pera fye imwe ba opposition tabale ipera abeni mwamona sarapukeni imwe ba nani uko imwe ba 13 ba betrayer 13 sarapukeni bakesa mikakira popali 3 million ine. Mark my words, mwananda wino ba enjoji. These people will go down. I swear he will come after them to say this is bribe money, return it. I'm telling you, we need to tell these people. You will all go. Ero baka mipoke ne mpia shiyashine mukashibweshe. Ero baka they will even throw you in jail. If he can go after Madam Esther Lungu for proceeds of crime, gift from her husband, inga imwe. And who is giving you that money? How are you receiving those monies? Imwe ba 13 imwe. To me push it. Impia shire ingira shan muma account yenu imwe ba 13 imwe. How is the money coming there? Who is giving you the money? Probably no let to me impia muma account yenu. Tamumu ishibe. The fact that ine kuti na tumi na fyo kupoke impia inga ba abobe neba mwine musheba rempere minwe. Impia pa minwe kuti na shipoka. Yes. Because I can be like, you always know I didn't pay them pia. But you 13 people, if name pia ta mwishi wefyo shirendo kuisa kulimwe, mwishi wefyo it's a setup. Wakesa mikaka pari 3 million ine, tumieverepo. Immediately bill 7 ya pita fya mukamona fe ba ACC. Wonse mka kwata ama doketi, proceeds of crime. Lekeni tumieve.
And not only that also, madam, the immediately, we are safe, yes, we are in good boots.
Ngaya pita fe mu parliament mwe tumieve ba MP. Ngaya pita fe bill 7. Ama doketi patulenda na vesula kale no kuisula. Look at what they did to Ethel. Look at what they did to Waimi. Ethel ulia alia na kulia aisa kunani kuyuku alia ku Washington na kumanya na bachiwa mbakanyama. They shook hands with Ethel. They shook hands with Ethel. We have made peace. Amba no kutukana ba isi ye ulia Ethel. Lo and behold, and Ethel was traveling many times to Zambia before. They arrested her that time. But panga political party, that triggered them. Because they don't want any kind of opposition with a meaning. So ngakuti baikata Ethel nga imwe mo bale pere mpia. Mwanishi bachi bakasota bafana okufunya mpia. Nomba bafunya 3 million ukumipera imwe na docket yopo ile I swear mukesa nje bankesa na mukushana pano. The day comforting
That is the time they will be looking for your voice.
Never. Wow, left 3 million. I will dance. The day they will arrest you for receiving that 3 million bribe, Kalasha Napano. I will be dancing.
The other thing is they're banking on to say, well, we are in good boots and whatever. After that, if you want to study the PF,
he never leaves the enemy behind you. You don't know the person you are dealing with. He never leaves it. If he can arrest Nakachinda for no case, where is Nakachinda without a case? My dear, Takulina 2 months. After February 7, Nakaida my elections Bakachita cancel, and then they are going to go in for accepting a bribe. Because I'm sure if they are paying attention, they are not even looking in Pioko Shire Fuma. In Pia Shire and Dashanu Kwisa Kurivena. I'm sure Owenama MPs to be pushed. Message to the MPs. How are you receiving that money? Is it connecting to one of those people? Mulesanga Fed Shire Pia. There is a record that Nashisa Kurimwe, but a party record do Hoshifumini. That should give you a concern, Popeni. If the money is not tying to any of these people in government, but your name is there, know that you are in problems. But
what is more disturbing in this, huh? You tell the people who come to dialogue to say, go and if you're not satisfied with this, go to the courts. I'll speak to the members of parliament. You are sending me to somebody that you've already bribed and that you know that they're going to vote for you.
They are compromised.
For me to
go to the court is compromised. Court taya ivela. Court taya ivela. Court ilechita free umuntu na murder charge. Reducing murder charge to manslaughter.
Imagine.
Ah.
And you go and you put in somebody for whatever insults for 18 months like SD Nakachinda. You
at least in abadi ete obali tukana. Today bafena tingana bakakira kunse or warning or community service ever bachitaku. Ni civil case here. Fidema batukene ba HH ni civil case, there is no need ya kaka ete or 18 months. Kuma bafiati ilipira so much ngata ukwete this money you do 1 year community service. You in a 1 year community service ule pianga mumusebo or you go to a class anger management class if you bachita kuno bamuchita psychological evaluation why shit cause etheo ba HH teba face to kutukana, you know. We were here with people who know ethel. They say I like that trip, you know. So the court should have investigated her personality, you know, what triggers her ukutukana. But maybe bamtola mental evaluation, and maybe bamuchita bamupela condition kuti enroll in a class, in a mental class to take care of your problem, anger management, so you know how to vent ngachaku kadipense ya kutukana abantu, you know. But you get good. Same case you want to come kaka 1 year, 18 months wa HH na museba na chalo chose. Sorry ni rasega what nachuam. Tachueme ete onaba mukaka. I know ete wale tukana. We are not validating inside the shakwe, but we are just saying she doesn't deserve 1 year behind bars. Ngabari mupera community service or a fine. Bamu bikira pona na ukweba taye ku treatment, you know, for kutukana. Go ahead, mama. To a sick. Yeah, awe. Nin tagging ama MPs hapa, never tagging hapa Facebook. Tamre join na mwewantu join in. Tag MP ngamuli pa Facebook, tag MP mwe bantu bakwalesa ama MPs tabatuchushe, yeah. Ama MPs muleba bena Zambia to support my presidential candidate before I reject Bill 7. And my news flash in I won't support your candidate because MP tawaile parliament to choose a presidential candidate. While I'm going to defend constitution ya Zambia, we MP wole ngufwa. Ngata mwadiwe shuwa muya mubevya pumulo alanda ati mwele mu MP mu parliament to defend the constitution. So if you mulelanda to support my presidential candidate wenu pakuti muchite reject Bill 7 tatufishiwe. If you want to reject Bill 7, so be it. If you want to support it, if you want to support Bill 7, so be it. Support Bill 7. But today, il y a 3 million wapoka ni proceeds of crime. It's corruption. Mwishiwe. Let me tell you, the down na musamwa na mupoka ma 3 million. But that 3 million is a proceeds of crime. And believe me, the chickens will come to roost. Immediately that Bill 7 comes, they will come after you for receiving a proceed of crime. Because I'm sure your 3 million noko ifumine, you can't even trace it kuri abobene or abare miraye fintu. Impia shide isafe from nowhere. Shirimu account yen brubut. But you cannot be traced to some of these people who are behind it. So in other words, you'll be alone. They are going to pin you down for receiving a proceed of crime, 3 million India. In a 3 million ite poke. The only way ninga ipokera, unless they are showing at their account fumine kuli pumulos tumbeko, yaingira mu account yandi then kuchina ipoka yes va MP tumyeverepo if ilya 3 million yo mupokere na ilanga fyo kwebati ifumine kuri Pumulo Stumbeko. It's a cash transfer from Pumulo Stumbeko to my account. I can get it. But as long as you have the 3 million in account, you don't know where the money is coming from. My dear, they are coming after you. That 3 million is a proceed of crime. And the day they will come after you, I will be dancing. So, if you feel you are going to support Bill 7 because of the 3 million, so be it. But me, I will not support your candidate over my dead body. Because the presidential candidate should be supported because the people want that candidate. You cannot force people to impose a presidential candidate who is not popular. Pari Bill 7, mupangire pona presidential candidate Pari Bill 7. Abantunga bali mutemo bakamusala. Why do you have to manipulate Zambians and hold them hostage to vote for your candidate? If he is popular, let the people of Zambia vote for that candidate. And shame on you. And God will punish you. You will be the first one who will go in for proceed of crime. Because if UPND don't get you for proceed of crime, when government changes in 2026, we will come and get you for proceeds of crime. Yes. And I end there. I will not say much. But take this as official warning. Just know that you are going in for proceed of crime. And the one who prosecutes you is uyo ineule nipela. As long as ishina yako itadidi sos taishi bikoko ifumine. Mukashana perepete. Ndemye mafi. Alikwi sarecho. Etheo alikwi. O bala ilenchito ku embassy huko. Ayana kunoesa kumenda wachibamba kanyama. They set her up. Where is Ethel today? She's all over the world news. Naimwe Ethel Chikaba. I end here. Mema lefo kulanda kumu audience kuchima kwela kupamulu hapa. Ba angels, but Don Oscar is in the audience. Welcome, Don Oscar. Anke samukushana deba ke katabambi proceeds of crime.
Madam, and then there's something very interesting also. Apparently, and if other people are busy saying no, they are busy campaigning. So if you are paying attention to issues of the constitution, it's none of their business. For me, that tells me you have no integrity.
How can you campaign in Charity on fire? Umushibale ocha bale for send the constitution, bale for kupoka power ama voters. They are trying to take the power from the voters to a political party and the political party president.
And then if we tell you that the way you are behaving as if you are this project, you are UPND project, and then you come and say, no, we are not UPND project. You are UPND project because you don't care about Bill 7, you care about selling your
you have more important things. When the whole country is worried about Bill 7, you have more important things. What could more important things be?
Where is the leadership, whatever there? Where is leadership?
You don't even deserve to be in parliament because you are disconnected.
Yeah, exactly.
You are disconnected. But Don Oscar, what I said.
Let me leave some space for Don Oscar to come in.
Akuna kulala Don Oscar. Akuna kulala. Don Oscar is here. Mwalala mwabuka. Kukwata. I know mwakwata koka power nap mwatushako.
Isa ufafe kutulo ati kumulwale randa. Kutulo.
Telepathy, Kamiri, telepathy. Yes.
So panabuka, paneasha no man. Neasha nanikane. Enja shepo nita no pana Banta Panao, Talana, Mutalala.
Yes.
Nafma Murumu Kumba, Tikoro, Makai, Panto. Our next village at Queen and the land, and almost school and the fish, Vivanda.
Akunakulala.
Not in the Zambia. Not in the Zambia, not in Penefin too.
But the folks say chalo.
I still need all of Joe of Penefin to Zambia.
Akunakulala.
Mulong Fafa win about time.
Loud and clear.
Yaba Kali. Picture and I was there's the frost.
Ni camera yenu.
Camera. Oh yeah.
It froze on your end.
Oh, when we should not do a papa.
Akunakulala. Tule umfama father. Don Oscar, we hear you loud and clear. Teti mulale kuya mkulala fi power nap. Mwachita charge chimona ma battery. Mwaya chita charge mwawera.
Zambia. Okay. Everyone who have been listening to this broadcast. First of all, allow me to make a preamble. This woman, I'm not going to say it's the prophesy. I'm going to prophesy.
Don't prophesy, but be honest. Be honest.
I just want to be honest. Yeah, I have to be honest. Allow me to be honest, my one. I quarreled with Pomoros today. Those who have been listening I came onto the platform, network platforms, YouTube, I came on social media, WhatsApp, and so on and so forth, because of what was happening in 2020 and 2021. And so we came together and I said, well, no. Some of the women were crying, young girls were crying, and so I came on platform and said, no. I mean, morally speaking, we are supposed to come on board. So I found, when we are speaking on the other side, I found on the other side there's a lady, there's this woman, beautiful woman. Thank God she's already married, because I could have thought about my vocation.
Yeah, mama. Ngamwari poso mukanso. Ngamwari fura chinankani.
So now I found this woman. She used to speak alone on our platform. It's a long time. She's coming a long time, 2021, 2020, 2021. I think I could say, well, so something is strange about something not strange, something particular about this woman. The school about to pay school. We went to these schools and you try to analyze issues and situations. So on a someone, madam, at Queen Pumi. By that time, I think it was Queen Pumi, is it? 2021.
Same name.
So it was Queen talking. So Queen Pom, where's Queen Pom? Queen Pom, no, she's a woman from the United States. So until I could now listen to her, I wanted to listen to her, and then I joined now another platform. That's how I joined now the TV Purportedly platform. Okay? Because I love critical assessment of situations and to analyze issues really using the intelligence that God has given us, first of all, nature, I don't know, and the intelligence that we have acquired through our education. Not only education, in my case, also through moving from one country to another. So, if I first of all, screen, tap there. I want to do 10 to 50%, not for 6 pin, 10 pin, 10 pin. Stay. What do you do?
Power tap. Morning, good at peso. Power tap.
My angels, no one can my angels, my angels. So now what happens? What happens is this. If we can we sing the word to still so? Okay, today I'm not going to prophesy, but I want to give a testimony. In Shaishi, whether they blocked our face and everything. That's why I didn't know. Then you ever felt sick. In a way, I didn't know. Not only me. That's good. I won't base the Tinike, Nama Roses, Katushipo, you giving a good. I'm a good deal if I cannot to my roses. My roses to our Madamu Nalubango. Not Pomolo deserves God. Katrishpan, the power God.
Money gun. I need a money gun. I'm a dollars, my man.
Okay, money gun. You want to say Tilike, money gun. When I'm watching Dama, Tilike, money gun, we are talking Nimbu, Kainoku, Chiku. Now, I want to support my sister. Yes. Not only my sister, but I'm supporting. Mwebera Zambia, okuchula mule chula, efata tulelali, ina kulonga na chamukula. So apanga ni ndala. Nomba inshalale, ndefwa ile, turande for you, Zambian people. Mwebera Zambia, we love you. Myself have nothing to do with, if you have tribes, if you are Aletaka in the Chema.
Money gun! Thank you, Tandy. We need another money gun. Come on. Another money gun. Woohoo! Thank you, Africa. Wow.
Now, this is what we are saying. We are saying, it's not a question of if you are mutundu, if you are in the cinema, if you are mutundu, this has come with President Akadeshia. That's why she is I'm coming from a place. His school to that Bachuala Technical Secondary School. That's why she is doing the way. We have
Naimbi, hey! Give me my flowers. Give me my 5 years. 5 years on.
Yeah, look, kamani gramu hapa nomba. So mwe bantu friend mwe bantu hapa mulungu. Not to Shwamela Zambia, you could follow. I have a program there. You can follow them very much. Nomba, not to Shwakowati. Not to Shwapefit. Name Nanankare, Namalaiti Fiakwat, which of a church, Kabatri California, Tabukwe, not to fish what you're saying. And that's why for Duran Dokubati. President
Imagine. Ma.
Can you listen, Your Excellency? Can you listen to the true Zambian people? Can you listen to them? Can you listen to extinguished Zambian professionals like Council Makebizulu, Council
John Sangwa.
President, you cannot do something to do with the constitutional amendment if you don't consult Sangwa. You consult a young girl from the University of Zambia who was chanting. That young girl was chanting like this. I want to remember what she was chanting. Babanku, bossy manku, bossy manku, Babanku, yeah, Babanku, in your presence, Bamunku, yeah, Bamunku at State House regarding the Constitution Amendment. President Akanichile, what does Bamunku do with the Constitution Amendment? Nothing. Bamunku is just students at a university which we cherish. It's one of the best universities in Zambia, the University of Zambia, where many people have studied, even leaders in the diaspora. They have studied. Nomba, you cannot bring us Akamukashana, Akaichaka Kashana, as deputy president of Unzasu, to start saying, Baka Inde. Some of us, to Alisambida Pama universities, not the University of Zambia, but our university up Sanako, young Kwatana history, more than University of Zambia history. I don't want to diminish our highest level of university or high level of studies, which is the University of Zambia. Initially, if I was to diminish that one, but I'm saying, how does it feel, Your Excellency? From the University of Zambia, and they start mocking the people. Bamunku, yes. Bamunku, that is typical of a student, but not someone who is talking about the bill amendment. That is typical. Is typical of a university student, but it has nothing to do with anything regarding the Constitution or amendment his sector, which you yourself, President Endechema, you know these people are there. And so I convey my disappointment of what happened yesterday or 2 years at State House with those people. One of them was a bishop. He was calling himself a bishop. Instead of talking about the Bill 7 amendment, he started insulting the church. He did, yes, and I confirm. He did insult the clergy. When he insulted the priests, he insulted the bishops. When he insulted the bishops, he insulted the cardinals. When he insulted the cardinals, he insulted the Holy Father. Because all these people, what is common among them is that they are not married. They don't have wife. So now, that man is a bishop of a church. I don't know what church that one is. He insulted a church which goes more than 2,000 years ago. We as a Catholic Church, we don't insult anyone. We don't accuse anyone. But we receive a lot of insults, yes. And to all the insults that we receive with love and we receive with embrace. But to present this, to do this presentation in your presence, and today Hamasaka was putting to say, he is doing things like what the Holy Father has told the people in Ankara in Turkey. That was embarrassing. Hamasaka, feel ashamed of yourself. Hamasaka, feel ashamed of yourself. You are mocking the church, one of the greatest churches, the biggest church in the world. You are mocking all of us. You are mocking people who have moved centuries. Hamasaka, if you don't know Hamasaka, I'm mentioning you here on this platform. If you don't know, the Catholic Church has reconciled Ukraine with Russia, China with Japan, North Korea with South Korea. The Catholic Church has reconciled. Now, Boko Haram area in northern part of Nigeria with southern part of Nigeria. Not your bishop, Bahaka in the Chilema, that bishop who was insulting the Catholic Church. He has never reconciled no one. We have been there. We have been, the Catholic Church has been there. In South Africa, when there was apartheid, when they were killing people ANC. When the Boers were persecuting the South African people under Nelson Mandela, the Catholic Church was there. The Catholic Church was there. When Angola was under threat, there was a civil war in Angola. The Catholic Church was in Angola. We are not saying that we are pure. We are not saying that we have mistakes. The Catholic Church is a church which embraces a lot of people, bad and good. But the call to this church is to fight for peace and justice. Peace and justice. And these two things we are now asking to President Hakainde Hichilema, Your Excellency, President Hakainde Hichilema, we are asking to you, can you defend peace and justice in our country? The same peace and justice that Dr. Kaunda conceded in 1991, Chiluba conceded after 2 years of his reign. The same which Babanda conceded, which Microsoft considered, the same which ECL considered, and which the same that you, Mr. President Hakainde Hichilema, you are going to concede next year. If the Zambian people say, Your Excellency, we want you to go home. That's the message. This is the message that I want to speak to you. Zambian people, you, my colleagues, and to you, my sister, may God bless you. May God bless you. Nobody has thanked you. You have stood so powerful, my dear sister. You have stood so powerful. Up to this time, I thought it was so strange. You are crazy. I thought you were a crazy woman. How can this woman, this lady, she's married in the United States. How can she do these things? She's there all the time on social network. I'm one of the people who was thinking. I was thinking myself, is her wedding a good wedding? Oh, she's a suffering woman. But I've just discovered you have a wonderful wedding. You have a wonderful husband. You refused a Zambian violent man, and you have now started off. You have changed the page. You changed the page, and you have now a new page where you are married, and the man is accepting your children. Wonderful. 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 All these things, we are going to talk about them. We are not going to forget. We will not forget. Zambian people. Zambian people. Bill 7 is an evil bill. You are going to ask me a question. Why do I say it's an evil bill? It's because the process was wrong. The beginning of the process was wrong. The fundamental they constructed was wrong. And so whatever is going to be constructed on top of the fundamental is going to be wrong. So my question is whether I have support. I don't have support. This is Don Oscar. I answer this. Bill 7 is illegal. Your Excellency, remove Bill 7. Thank you.
So much.
Thank you, Don Oscar. Thank you, powerful. Yes, yes. You know, I think
Vakulombe tata vampombo MC twasante
yes.
chamtinkamwa peke itonjivya vana varume.
You know, it's an honor to know you, Don Oscar. Not many men in your situation come out openly to spend time with us ordinary people, to interact with us just like an ordinary person. So I think that's a rare quality that we treasure, to have you, a man of God, who brings himself to our level and look at the sufferings of the Zambians. You are not only standing at the pulpit to preach, but you are actually with us here in the dungeons as nobodies. Myself, I'm not even Catholic, but because of our love for Zambia, God has brought us together, and we thank God. It's been a long journey, you guys. It's been a long, and yes, of course, but the point is, Fisanga, I mean, when you are wrong, you have to come back and go to a point of, to see the bigger picture. And if someone is insisting, try and see, why is Pumulo insisting, So, I thank God that, many people too, I've lost many friends, relationships because of my political journey. Some of them, they are gone. But I still stand on the truth. And, my husband is incredible support. He tells me, you know what, I support you whatever you do. If you feel this is what you should be doing, then do it. Because, I came with him to Zambia. He looked at the women. He's like, oh my God, the women do everything in Zambia. I'm like, yeah. And, and then looking at the political scenario, look at our men, what they're doing. But the women are doing it all in Zambia. Selling tomatoes to educate men who go to parliament to betray us. Most of these MPs, they come from humble beginnings. They have been raised by women who have sacrificed. But when they go to parliament, they can't even build hospitals for our children to deliver our grandchildren safely. The same problems I went through having my children in Zambia is what my children are going through in Zambia. And we are here fighting, receiving all these monies for our pockets when our farmers have not been paid fertilizer. So we are here today. We are actually writing history. Today you pick on which side of history you will be able to fikiria panombani pa nembe. Mwala sala, chila muntu ale sala, which side of a history they want to be. Some, they want to be remembered for taking 3 million, and remember I told you, that 3 million, ingataireranga fiat pumulo stumbeko, ewa kutumine their 3 million. They will come after you for proceeds of crime. I end there. So, but Chris, you can come in if you want to come in, but it's going to be a tough road ahead.
Okay. Madam President, how are you?
I am very well, thank you, Moiseni.
Vice from the shine.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Zambia, we are in trouble. And Marishwati, Madam Omi, Wagateka, I think what the problem is not a wise person, because a wise man understands the principles of life. A man who is wise understands to say God has set everything in time and in seasons. Everything under the sun, God has set them in time and in seasons. There is time to be born, there is time to die. There is time to be to mourn, there is time to celebrate. So Wamdalo for Tavaisho Fyakushwati, he struggled for so many years in opposition, and until God appointed a time for him to become a president of Zambia. But unfortunately, it seems like the man, he forgot. I don't know if you have any about a man or a man or have done. But you know, The reason why God gave me this privilege to rule Zambia is for the purpose of to unite this country and to fulfill my promises that I promised the people of Zambia. But unfortunately, nothing is happening. So I'm